In the early 2000s, Disney were in early production on a Seven Dwarfs direct-to-video spin-off based on the 7 iconic dwarfs from Snow White. It would have been one of Disney's first ever computer-animated productions, which is kind of ironic, as Snow White was Disney's first ever 2D animated feature. The idea pitched to Disney was for a Seven Dwarfs prequel that would have taken place before Snow White and would have been about how the dwarfs first met. Even though the Seven Dwarfs would have been the focus, the evil queen would have received a B plotline about how she took the throne from Snow's father. To my surprise, the response to the pitch was overwhelmingly positive, with even John Lasseter, who ultimately shut down production on the project, stating that the film looked so much better than Disney's other direct-to-video sequels based on early concept art and very early footage. The pitch went so well that Disney were already planning 3 sequels which would have focused on having each of the dwarfs return to their families and friends after the evil queen's death from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Newcomer Mike Deezer would have directed. Mike since come out saying that as the film was going further into production, the management at Disney demanded that the prequel would mainly focus on how Dopey lost his voice after watching the death of his mother. This idea sounds quite dark for a Disney film, and I'm not convinced that kids would fully understand what was happening on screen. Mike Deezer left the project due to creative differences, as he felt that Disney's vision didn't align with his original vision and would have been too dark and grim, which I 100% agree with. After watching the test footage, I thought that the dwarfs' character designs looked quite impressive, especially for saying that this was one of Disney's first ever computer animated productions. Although we did kind of get a Seven Dwarfs continuation in the form of a Disney XD series titled 7D, I like to forget that the series existed because it was god awful, at least in my opinion. To conclude, even though I'm not a fan of the original Snow White, I would have been interested in a Seven Dwarfs prequel, but I'm conflicted on how I feel with its sequels connecting to events that happened in the original, which would have come out over 60 years before the prequel. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you'd have liked Disney to do a series of direct-to-video Seven Dwarfs spin-offs, and I'd also be interested to find out if you enjoyed the 7D show in the comment section below.